there'd be sound.
Yeah.
Why are there chows?
What?
They added chows as a collectible.
They unfortunately added chows as a collectible.
Collectible, yeah.
Probably to replace all the extra lives Carson was asking about in the last part I watched.
But no, there are only 3 chow in his own.
And they're hidden in the most idiotic places. Okay, so.
We're jumping in the shadow?
Probably going to jump in right here. Hold on. We're likely jumping in here because Sean and Brian are here. Sean wanted to play.
He did.
Do you want to enable the terrible fucking DLC costume?
No, God, no. I've seen it. I get why it's there, but no.
Just to mention it. On. Damn it. Oh. That.
No.
We got it.
No, God, no.
I
Not Tyrios.
paid for it.
You know who Tyrios is? Tyrios is the original design and name for Shadow.
Oh,
Yeah.
And if you thought Infinite was overly edgy,
Yes.
like the fact,
Though-
honestly, Shadow is a masterwork in design compared to that monstrosity. That's why concept art works. That happens because sometimes you make them.
I used the code.
You make something that should not be seen by the world.
As shown in that other part, I used the code to get the Sonic Adventure Sonic model.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone literally wrote and drew Dark Sonic.
Ew.
Yeah.
Now while
Okay.
that design is terrible, it being far closer to Sonic makes much more sense why people would get Sonic and Shadow mixed up.
Okay, sit here. Sean wanted to play, and him and Brian are here, and I'll probably let Shine take over.
I want you guys to know, it has been a hot minute since I've been hyped for a Sonic game.
Chaos Control.
Shadow's story.
That's Shadow's story. That's just a basically little catch-up thing.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the cinematic they posted on YouTube?
It might be.
It's like two.
They posted
What?
like 2-3 cinematic videos
Um,
before the game came.
the thing, I know what you're doing, except, like, because we are recording this, I'm probably gonna end up, if you're recording this, you could use the slot 1, because we can basically back up and let you play this, and I can just go back and do rink cleanup and stuff. I don't care if you're using my save for this. I don't care, like, because I can just...
Can I meet him?
I believe so, yes. It is time to awaken the ultimate light. Welcome to the world, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shout out to Hedgehog.
So... I know it's technically my...
Shaddy the H-O.
I know it's technically my profile, but I don't care if
Is
you're...
that Mama Bot?
Shadow, this is Rouge. Do you come?
Ah, it's boobs.
Shadow here.
Not in this version.
Are you still aboard the Ark?
Yes, I arrived at the space colony an hour ago.
Well,
I
you're
can't get
missing
over how
one
much
thing.
graphical fidelity
I
they put
hope
in this
you're
game.
bored like me here.
I already told you.
But yet left the chili dogs as plastic as possible.
Biosignature aboard the Ark.
Even though people complain that the Switch version looks and runs like ass.
There's free food.
I heard it didn't run as good as like the other consoles, but I heard it ran just fine.
They cut the frame rate. It's 30 like it was on the PS3.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
That's...
that is still not as good as 60.
Yes,
Yes,
but
but-
it was
Also,
PS3.
I love
But
how
the base game was 30.
I love how the person that works for Gun is like, well, I'm over here at the party, man.
Got you now. I won't let you get away.
This mode has rinks and stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay,
It's a
then...
Sonic game.
Yeah. Okay, then I know what we're doing. I can do cleanup and get rinks and stuff, so I don't care if Sean's playing the story. So if you want to randomly save to the file 1, go ahead, and I'll just do cleanup on my own time, and I'll get good with the rinks.
Oh, they brought those back, I see.
I love that wobble
Zany.
noise.
Either of you seen the Sonic 3, the movie?
I have. I was pleasantly surprised.
Went to see it in theaters,
Yeah.
so.
Movie had no right to be good.
All of those movies are pretty good, all things considered, given everything going.
It could have been worse. You're right.
Could have been.
I expected them to be worse.
Could have been the Borderlands movie.
Ugh. Ugh.
So, I'll just let Sean have the story mode, and I'll just play clean up and record. I think that's a fair trade-off thing.
I love how it took them this long to just give Shadow Chaos control in a regular game. It's something you think they would have done
Oh,
sooner.
Yeah.
Also, I love how because you're freezing time, it literally does freeze the timer.
Yeah, speedrunners love it.
You're freezing the timer. Of course, people of course, speedrunners would love something like that. When you get to the Black Doom sections, remember to make sure to grab the emblem in those because you need those to open the boss fights. You'll see when you get there in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're talking about for the Black Doom part. I didn't realize there were like emblems.
It's that symbol that was in Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know what the official name of it is.
Actually, why I saw something like you.
Oh, hey, Experimental Chaos, cool.
Why are they still up here?
Why not?
Damn it. Oh. I was gonna make a terrible joke. If we're making every Sonic thing ever canon, personally, in Shadow the Hedgehog, I wouldn't want to find them all either.
Well, you make that joke, but they were in Adventure 2, and that stage...
Yes, but wholeheartedly fuck finding every one of them in Shadow the fucking Hedgehog.
Yes, but that stage was in the past, so... Because that stage was in the past, even
I'm doing this for...
I know what you're doing, but I'm just pointing out, because you know there's going to be that lore or motherfucker that points something
That, you guys see what I did?
Yes.
I'm impressed that that worked. I want you to know, this is the tightest any boosting has ever controlled.
What?
The controls are just beautiful.
Good.
Because my biggest issue with Generations is that Sonic is feels like a slip and slide.
Oh, no, in the Generations gameplay.
Apparently, the Shadow portion of this was built off the engine they used for
I just think
Frontiers.
Radical Highway is really cool.
No, I was... Damn it. It's fun... Hold on. First of all, it's funny you say that, because... And I know the parts aren't up. I was bitching about Sonic feeling like a slip and slide.
Apparently, the
I
Shadow...
haven't gotten to that part yet.
No,
the...
in the Generations.
I know, I've only seen part 2, you haven't released anymore.
Apparently, the...
Again, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Is it this,
You know I only post one part of a Let's Play a week, right?
Yeah, pump them numbers, man.
We're not becoming Game Grumps.
Sean,
Hang
it,
up, baby. You just gotta pump it out.
you...
I'm just kidding.
I know what you're doing, except... Even with only posting one part of a Let's Play a week, you might have noticed every day but Saturday has been 2 videos!
Gotta pump them numbers.
Yeah. The
Just
the Chaos
upload
Soda's
the
still
whole thing
there.
through at once.
So...
Find your novel.
Okay.
And not see an emblem.
Yeah, so...
Uh,
I'll just let you...
The section is still going.
I'll just let you take
You'll-
on story
It
mode
will
stuff, and I can clean up.
It will be obvious when you get there, because I believe it's at the end of these you have the ability to attack Black Doom. That's what you want to
And
do.
while I think the Generations plays fine enough, as in it's stable, it is still fucking slippery. As Brian once said, and we've stolen it for years, slippery biscuit, that's Sonic. You said that once, and me and Carson started saying it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
emblem that one is free because this is the tutorial stage. In later stages, you have to manually homing attack him at the end of these sections. Some of those are missable. You need those to open the ball stores.
While not as smooth as 60, I think a stable 30 is fine.
Well, again,
30 is fine. People who get
well, again, the regular game was 30.
No, you gotta be elitist, Sean. You
Yeah.
gotta
Oh!
say 60 or nothing.
and
60
that
or
music!
bust.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's the Shadow the Hedgehog. It's the ranking.
60 or bust,
Also, you
baby.
guys see that they
60 or
you don't
bust.
you don't get it. You don't need the perfect bonuses in Shadow's playthrough.
Can you
They
call
just
it?
made the times harder.
Can you
Yeah.
call it a true viewing experience?
It's why I said you can have the story mode, and I can literally, on my file, and I think this is debatably more important. It's why I don't mind you playing the story. I'll just go back and get the ranks.
Can you call it a true visual experience? If it's not in 4K.
And no, you say
Can you say the animation's good if it's not
Yeah.
60 FPS?
you say that you have to be elitist about 60. No, the real elitist is the uncapped frame rate. I need my Doom 2016 to run at 400 frames.
If you're speedrunning
I
Doom
can't run
2016,
Crysis
you have to
2
speedrun at 200
at
frames.
145 frames a second. Am I even living?
People literally speedrun Doom 2016 at 200 FPS.
Yeah,
Look, man, you weren't even in the time unit.
because there's that pause.
You were actually in the present in that station.
Because there's that pause glitch that has weapons be active every frame, so if it's 200 FPS, that means that BFG shot is damaging something 200 times a second. And that's BFG damage 200 times a second.
Space Colony Arc.
I love the...
I love how we just didn't even bother to acknowledge Omega. Like you know, homie gets up, turns on, but we didn't even say, Omega, the fuck are you doing here?
I love the concept that Omega is just like petty about being locked in the one room. So he just has a superiority complex the size of East Texas. The IDW Comics run was that, and it's fucking amazing.
Yes. There he is. Hi, bud.
I was hunting Dr. Eggman's latest super robot,
Though, funny thing that...
and somehow I ended up sucked up here, even though I was
Wait,
nowhere
oh.
near the heart.
Oh, I was about to point this out, you funny. This is the movie DLC tie-in. This isn't
Good, it did count.
This isn't part of the story.
Want to be Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, that's the movie DLC level.
We get to be Keanu Reeves. I technically paid $12 for this.
And the Tyrio skin.
Okay, the DLC is $5, but by paying the $12, I upgraded to the Digital Deluxe Edition. Because they had a Digital Deluxe Edition upgrade that was like $12. But if you upgraded to the Digital Deluxe Edition, they just threw this in for free. So you're Keanu Reeves.
Where am I now?
And not just that, because it's movie shadow, it's really hard to notice, especially on a Switch, but it's supposed to be a design closer to the movie design, meaning instead of just being a solid, like, black a texture, he actually has individual hairs rendered.
Yes.
Is that me?
Movie DLC.
I've taken on another form.
See?
Have you?
I feel as if I've left my own dimension.
And because this is supposed to be based off the movie universe, one of the signs in here is for the Mean Bean Cafe. And it has a design that looks really close to the Western Eggman design on the sign. I think you just ran past it because it was right at the beginning of the
Yeah.
level.
All right.
Because that was a thing in the second movie, was when Eggman was missing his assistant over into the Mean Bean Cafe.
I paid $12 for this. You better fucking play it. Again, it was like $6, but by paying the upgrade fee, I got
That's why I said it wasn't just this, it was also the Terrio skin.
Because you cannot get the one skin unless you have the digital deluxe version. I'm doing air quotes. We bought the game.
At least, well, it's annoying that they do have you, you know, have to pay for it and shit. I would take it, like, being available through something else versus, oh, this is only here if you pre-order the game day one, and if you don't do that, you never get the one skin. Now, like I said in one of the other videos when talking about that skin is fucking awful, so it doesn't really matter, but...
Yes,
but it
is stupid that we basically had to pay like $12 extra to get the Terrio skin.
Get the Terrio skin and this.
I could have bought this on its own. I just did the digital deluxe upgrade, even though this is a physical copy.
What a waste of time.
With Brian's confusion, I take it you didn't know there was movie tie-in DLC.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Because 2024 was the year of Shadow.
I haven't got this Chaos Spear upgrade yet.
Well, that's the thumbnail.
You can't stop me. I must keep moving.
Yeah, because of the movie they did the... I think it came out like a week after the movie did.
The point is, it's paid DLC, and it's a level that... What?
I didn't really want to know what the game
Which
wanted
isn't
me to do.
necessarily
I didn't know what the game wanted me to do, so I just chose to just...
Not?
do anything. Yeah, just not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's whatever. Ugh.
Where's my gun neck? Wow, for old time's sakes. Ooh, wow. Wow.
Is that West Obelisk music?
I believe it is West Alpolis, yes.
I played way too much of the Shadow the Hedgehog game.
Come on, man. You gotta use your Prometheus level knowledge.
I unironically like the Shadow the Hedgehog game. One of the few Sonic games I got all the A ranks on.
Okay, getting the all airings in that game is a fucking easy unless you are the Doom or Lost Impact.
You missed it by 13 seconds.
So I think if you hadn't died, you would have got it. Skill issue.
No, you don't. I get a perfect bonus in Shadow Generations.
No, your
No,
time.
I meant the time. If you hadn't died, I think you would have barely made the time.
Your time was a 13-second divisible.
So, yeah.
Control.
Oh, also, am I the only one that's just kind of like, you know, since when was it a thing that Shadow just fucking boring?
What?
Man, you didn't get the
Because when Homie was like porting everywhere in the movie, I was like,
No,
okay.
that's movie Shadow. Movie Shadow just teleports.
Movie Shadow still
Shadow game Shadow still needs a Chaos Emerald. We make sure to consistently make sure this man, through every effort of the plot, has a Chaos Emerald.
Except in Last Story and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, yes. Last Story in Shadow the Hedgehog is the exception. I meant in this game.
In this game,
We do everything possible to make sure
even in
this man has a Chaos Emerald.
Well, the funny thing is, because of always starting in Westopolis, even in individual stories in Shadow, you have
because there's a Chaos Emerald at the beginning of Westopolis to justify it.
Yeah.
Except in Last Story, you don't have Chaos Emeralds. Black Doom has them all. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, what is your overall opinion on the frame rate and the overall performance of the Switch version, since a lot of people act like the Switch version is bad, but I think a stable 30 FPS is fine, while 60 FPS is technically better. I'm doing air quotes. I think 30 is fine if it's stable, and this is a good, stable 30, so I'm fine with that. I think the game runs fine, and I'm someone that can basically play 30 FPS as long as the 30 is stable enough, and I thought the game was fine. Even the Shadow Generations is fine, which is what I'm framing the question around, because we started the Shadow Generations portion. So, to frame this more directly, do you think the frame rate and performance of Shadow Generations on Switch is fine? Because I think the 30 FPS is fine. I feel like a lot of people were over-exaggerating how bad this is. Again, I'm doing air quotes. Because, in my opinion, I thought it was fine. And I think this topic is really good. Because I thought I would ask if other people think the hate for the Switch version is a little bit overblown. Because, in my opinion, it is. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.